All right, welcome back to The Morning Glen. I'm here now with Dr. Melissa Westendorf. She is a forensic psychologist, author, and co-founder of the Technology Wellness Center. It's a group dedicated to helping parents raise kids in a technology-addicted world. Today, she is here with a guide on tools available to monitor kids while they're using technology, which I think all parents want to know more about. Great to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Let's start breaking this down because you're also going to recommend a couple of packages, options where people can monitor technology, especially phones, I think, as we're talking about kids. So first, at what age or what range do you think a child should first have a cell phone? What's your opinion about that?
Well, despite the collective sigh of all the Milwaukee children right now, I don't think any child should have a smartphone before the age of 13 or 14. I know parents like to have their children have cell phones so they can contact them at younger ages. So then I would just recommend nothing under age 11, but if you're going to do it at that age, just get them a flip phone, something that you can call them and they can call you. Don't worry about the smartphone stuff yet. And then you don't have to worry about all this monitoring I'll talk about later.
Yes.
So 13 or 14, you know, in our family, we choose to do it later at that age as well.
Do you acknowledge that it's hard for parents like me who are from a different generation where now kids have access to all this technology? And to me, it almost seems impossible to keep up with what they're doing, what social media they're using, and just their level of knowledge with technology.
Right. I mean, they are so much smarter than we are with all of this technology. So, you know, parents have tried to do it on their own, but the packages and the monitoring programs that we'll talk about really can help a parent, and they're really user-friendly, and they can make it a much easier process than trying to figure all this information out on your own.
Are you a fan, relatively speaking, of monitoring your kids' technology use?
It depends on, you know, at the earlier ages, you know, depending on what they're doing or what you're giving them access to, then certainly you can start monitoring on your own. As it gets more intricate, they're starting to do more things, then maybe you need to start using these packages. And there's so many different kinds that you can use that it can be easy for you.
Okay. Before you actually purchase something, there are a couple of things that you say we should keep in mind. One of them is decide, first of all, how much you need.
Right.
So how much monitoring do you mean and how many options?
Right. So we're looking at maybe you just want to monitor your child for a couple months, just see what they're doing on the web, see what they're doing on some apps, and you can get a program that isn't quite as intricate. But perhaps you have a child who's had some problems, either with their phone or with their use, but you know you want them to continue to learn how to use it in a more appropriate way, then maybe you need a little stronger package with more options.
Okay, and you say pick the program based on the type of device they're using.
Right, exactly. Some programs don't work well with, say, like iPhones, and so and some work better with Android. So you want to pick a program that really works with your phone.
Okay. Last, do not jailbreak or root your phone. Both terms are new to me, but you say do not do either one of these things.
Right. Some of the programs that are out there want you to jailbreak your phone or root your phone, which means that you get in and you can start manipulating the coding of the phone or the source coding. And you don't want to do that because then you can be subject to all types of malicious stuff that's out there on the internet.
Viruses, you mean?
Viruses, malware. It'll also typically avoids the warranty on your phone.
Okay.
So, you know, then you can't do anything to take it back, etc. So I would recommend you don't do that. There's plenty of programs out there that you don't need to do those types of things.
Let's break down the program, starting with the cheapest and the program with the fewest options, which is Net Nanny, right?
Right. So Net Nanny, it has, and if you're only monitoring, if you have one child, one device, Net Nanny is a really great option because you can get it for approximately $13 a year. And it has a lot of nice options. It doesn't have everything and not real intricate, but it is a lot of nice options. It's the only one that actually will black out profanity. So maybe you want to use it for your younger child.
Okay.
Because it'll put little symbols on it or it'll completely block the content. You can do a lot
of
texting?
texting?
On the web.
On the web.
Yeah.
They're not able to see those things.
Yeah,
okay.
They can't see the swear words, so to speak.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you can also monitor for pornography or weapons. You can do all sorts of filtering with it. So it's a really nice option. And if you have more than one phone, they have additional packages that you can buy to increase that.
Okay, what about Norton? You say this is sort of mid-range and has moderate options.
Right, so you have more, it doesn't have as good as social media monitoring. Net Nanny lets you purchase a separate package to monitor social media, but it does have a few more options, either you know, you can do more curfews or intricate curfews. It can go up to 10 phones, which is nice.
Wow. Okay. You can
have
monitor your
that
neighbor's
many-
kids too.
You have that many children, you can monitor a
Yep.
lot of children with this big protection package that they have.
Last, the more expensive one, but with the most options, Phone Sheriff. And PhoneSheriff.com is where you can find out more about this.
Right, so Phone Sheriff is really intricate. It's much more difficult to download it, so you got to be a little tech savvy, but once you do it, it is fantastic. And it gives you a lot of options. So for example, you don't just set curfews, but you can open up windows in the middle of the day. Say if your child can have it over the lunch hour. You can open up specific windows of time. You can say they can use this app at this time, but not at this time. So it's really intricate.
Fascinating.
The nice thing about Phone Sheriff is that they also do geofencing, which means if the phone travels outside a designated area, you're going to be notified. So
Wow.
again, that's for people who maybe have to have a little more detailed monitoring.
Or feel
of their
that with
child.
their relationship with their
Right.
child or whatever they're doing. Just really quickly, because we ran out of time, are you a fan of telling kids you're monitoring them, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, tell them that you're
Absolutely.
monitoring. Fascinating. Great information. Your book is Unplug. We do have a picture of the cover right there. Here's where you can find out more about Dr. Westendorf and her great work at the Technology Wellness Center. It's technologywellnesscenter.com. Great information.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Always great to see you.